Hey guys, Brian from Paint Society, and welcome back to another episode. Today, we're going to be discussing, do you need expensive paint guns? Are they worth it? Are they worth it for a professional? Will they make you a better painter if you're a do-it-yourselfer? Let's hop into the booth. We're going to be going over 3 paint guns ranging from $600 to $800. Let's see if they're really worth it. So sit back and relax, and let's get to work. Now, kicking off this video, we have 2 projects. We have a brand new bumper cover that had some minor damage on it. Now we're using our neutralizer to make sure there's no static on the bumper cover and following it up with our adhesion promoter. Now you'll learn some tips and tricks along the way, but the main focus is we want to know, are those expensive paint guns worth it? Now we're starting off with the most inexpensive option, which is, I think, one of the best options you can get. It is the W400 LV WPX. That's the orange cap that you'll see right here. Now this gun is one of the best guns that I have used, a best all-around gun, coming in at $370, right around that range, under 400 bucks. It is mainly a sealer gun. Now what you'll get out of a gun like this, or a good gun, is you'll see how fine those droplets are. That is something you cannot get with a cheaper gun. Now in those cheaper construction guns, you'll find that the trigger isn't as soft. It's a little bit notchy. You'll find that the fan is smaller, and you'll find that it does not atomize as well. What does atomize mean? Look at the droplets right here on this bumper cover. They're very, very, very fine. So what you'll find on a cheaper gun, one that doesn't have the research and development, is that the cheaper gun will not necessarily break those droplets fine enough. Now we're taking that same sealer we used on the bumper cover, and we're going to be using it on our MDX. We have a area here that we did some work, some primer, you can see in the gray area, and we're going to be blending into the rear door. Right in this area is where our sealer is going to be. Now I like our sealer because it's going to make sure that everything is one color, and our color is going to cover much better. And this W400 does exactly what we need to do. Now if we had a cheaper gun, it would still do it, but we might need to go back, we might need to smooth it out. And any experienced painter will tell you that a sealer gun is the most important gun because it is a foundation of a paint job. Now moving along, this is the first time we're using this Wacom base coat motivated painter's edition. It is the light version 1.3. It is beautiful, made in Italy. I gotta say, my Italianos really did it with this gun. It is light, it is easy. It is one of the nicest guns in my hand that I felt in a while. Now that's something in a more expensive gun that you'll find. You'll find a better regulator. You'll find that the air pressures are a little bit more true to them. Now, do you need an expensive gun if you're in your garage? I will tell you something. I used to think that while spraying in my garage, that if I got a better gun, I was going to be a better painter. But a good gun in the wrong hands is worthless, okay? A cheap gun in the right hands is worth more, okay? So this is going to be breaking up a very, very fine metallic on this Lexus 1J7, a base coat color that can be tough to spray, and you can see that it is doing it with no problem. Now, this gun is $800. That is a lot of money, okay? Why do we need a gun that's $800? Well, we don't, okay? The fact is, these are our tools. An experienced painter, all right, one that does this every single day, will find it's more beneficial to those that, let's say, are only painting a car once a year or twice a year in their garage. That doesn't mean that you're going to go and cheap out and get the cheapest paint gun you can, because a cheaper paint gun is only going to make your life harder. I would hate for one of my guys learning how to paint to go into Harbor Freight or get the cheapest paint gun and then just get deterred to the fact that it is hard to paint, okay? I would hate for them to never get back into it because they didn't have a quality tool. I'm not saying $800, but I'm saying mid-range, something around there. Now moving along, our sealer is completely flashed off. You can use some solvent blender at the corner if you want. Now we're starting with our base coat here. Now you'll notice it's a little bit yellow. I mixed it up with a little bit too much of the yellow toner because usually these run a little bit yellow, but not on this one. But it doesn't matter. We're still getting our base coat coverage, and the Wacom is doing exactly what I want. It's laying it down smooth, okay? Now we're here with the second coat, and you'll notice that it'll go on a little bit whiter. I redid the mix. And spraying with a gun that atomizes well, what you're going to have is at the edge of your blend, it's going to be much smoother, okay? Because those droplets are finer. Now carrying along with the base, I'll tell you, this gun can do sealer, it can do base, it can even do clear. Yes, it says base coat on it. It can do it all. Any of these guns that you'll see in this video, I could mix them up, the order, and I would still have the same effect. Now, I will tell you, I am going to get my hands on this clear version. I heard it is really, really good, and I'm excited to try it. So, I didn't want to say, but I am slowly becoming a Wacom fan. I will say, this is a second coat of pearl, and I'm just taking it a little bit further. You can see how far your pearls will go. You want to extend it about 3 to 4 inches past that first coat, and I'm done. We don't need to touch it. I'm bringing back my bumper. We're in a type of paint booth that is going to bring all the air to one side, all the exhaust, so we don't want to get pearl or white all over my bumper. Now we're starting off with our final gun. It is our clear coat gun for this episode. It is a Segola 4600 Extreme Trophy Truck Edition. Now, just checking the price on it, it's down to $530. Now, I will say that I once heard that type of guns that are more expensive are price expensive on purpose because they want you to believe that a more expensive gun is what you need. It's more worth it per se. Let's say this gun was priced at $200. We would say, well, is that a good gun? But the price makes you believe it. Do I believe any gun is worth $800, $700? Absolutely not. That is an absurd amount of money. That's almost like a mortgage payment. But I will say these are your tools. And, well, there is a lot of research and development that goes into them in order to make sure that your jobs are going perfect. This isn't my perfect or first choice for a clear coat gun, but I put it back up there with the W400 as a best all-around gun. Now you can see on my first coat here, and all I'm really going to show you is the first coat, is I always divide it into sections. I always stop there at the door handle surrounding area, and that's a bad area for runs, so you never want to double coat it. So when I come back on the rest of the door, I know that I'll stop my phases right before that door handle, and that's just a good way to break it up. But getting back to the gun, I do prefer a more lighter gun, and I mean like a lighter fan, a softer fan. This has more of the feel of kind of like a SATA or the Vilibus, which are still awesome guns, but you're going to find that within every gun, there's going to be some pluses or minuses about each and every single one. Now, moving along to our bumper cover here, we always want to kind of divide it into quadrants, right? So I divide it into about 3 or 4 quadrants, starting off the side and then moving on to the corner. Now, I will say the Segola does not come out as much. I just think it's like one of those pretty guns, right? And I want to keep it nice, but there's going to be your 2 or 3 guns that you use on a daily basis. And I tell you all the time, you do not need 3 or 4 guns. You only need 2 guns. You need one for primer, which can be a somewhat cheaper gun, and you need one for sealer, base, and clear. My hobbyist, you do not need to go and spend all that money. Now, my experienced veterans, you might have 3 or 4 different cars in a booth at one time. It's going to be more advantage to you to possibly have one for sealer, okay, one for base, one for metallic, all that. And plus, let's be honest, guys, painters like us that paint every day, we like to collect paint guns. That's what we like to do. We think they're cool. We think they're fancy. All these designers put these fancy looks on them, and it makes us want it because it's a special edition. The internals are exactly the same. Could I use a Harbor Freight paint gun and get this same exact result? Yes, I could. It would not be as easy. In a shop environment, I need the tools to get the job done each and every time, the consistency. All right, so just keep that in mind. Are these spray guns worth it? To an experienced painter that does this every day, 100%. To someone in their garage doing it, there's better budget options, and that's for another video. The better options for you guys that won't break the bank. You just want to put some paint down, but you don't want to use the cheapest paint guns. That's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. This is Brian from Paint Society, reminding you Don't overthink it. It's just paint. I'll see you guys on the next one.